All right, so coming up, a message from Michelle Obama to America's youth. Forget high-paying corporate jobs. Work for your community instead. Why someone here says that would spell disaster for our economy. Up next. So Michelle Obama hitting the campaign trail for her husband, armed with a money message for Americans. Quote, don't go into corporate America, work for the community. But what would happen to our economy if they listened to Barack's wife? Mark Lamont Hill, professor at Temple University, joins Gary B. to debate it. Gary B., you take it away first. What do you think of that?
I'll tell you what, if Obama becomes president, this dual presidency with him and Michelle pretty much is going to kill the economy. You know, look, I have all the respect in the world for people who work in the community, local politicians, you know, nurses, teachers, et cetera, et cetera. But those people exist or are allowed to exist based on the tax revenues that people and corporations drive. You know, for example, teachers exist because of the property taxes from the community. The biggest property taxes in the community are from both homeowners and corporations that pay healthy taxes. So, you know, Michael Douglas had it right many, many years ago in the movie Wall Street when he said greed is good. Greed is what built America.
Okay, Mark, I'm just going to let you take that away. Go ahead.
You're making my stomach hurt over here, Gary. I mean,
Good.
Every time I talk to you guys are always talking about not having Band-Aids, not just giving the poor money, not just giving the poor quick solutions. What Michelle Obama's point is that by investing human capital into neighborhoods, into human service industries, we'll be able to produce better outcomes for the general public. That's a good idea. Even hedge fund managers need good teachers.
Gary, that's true.
Mark, I agree. But Mark, let me ask you a question. Do you have any children?
One.
Okay. And I hope you're like me, I bet. You tell your children, go and do what makes you happy. In other words, let the market drive you. Look, if people want to go be a teacher or a nurse or a social worker, I say fine. But who is Michelle Obama to say that's any better or worse than go and be an oil company executive or go and be a hedge fund manager?
But Gary, the reality is in society we do implicitly coerce people to go into those fields. We incentivize them by paying them more. People don't become corporate attorneys or Wall Street managers or hedge fund managers because it's a cool field, because I mean they do it because it's incentivized. We can do the same thing with teachers.
I agree. That's the free market. Look, if we valued, I hate to say it, if we valued firemen or teachers or whatever more, then we pay them more. In fact, you do see that with private education. People in my community a lot send their kids to private schools where I'm certain the teachers there get paid more than in public schools because they value that education. So why can't the market take care of this?
Because unfortunately they don't have the resources to do that in inner city areas, particularly just in the example of education. School districts would love to pay teachers more. They'd love to have more resources, but they don't. So what we have to do is add a corrective to that by incentivizing people, or at least encouraging them to enter those industries. It helps the broader government. It stops us from having to deal with issues like crime and poverty and welfare down the road.
All right, quick last word, Gary.
He's going to agree with me now.
Well, I was going to say, first of all, just in the education front, we've, tripled the amount we spend on public education since the 1970s. Teachers get paid a lot more. And what's been in effect? Finland is still the smartest country out there.
All right.
So I rest my case.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys. You make my job easy, I'll tell you that.